So I have a topic, projectile motion. This is very important topic in physics, and understand this is the part of 2D motion. Okay. So what is happening here? Suppose I have a particle which is having mass m. Okay. I projected this particle at certain angle like this. Then you can understand it will follow this path, right? And if this is the velocity u and angle we have theta, then we can say this is the projectile path, right? So now here the major parameters we need to determine time of flight, which is t, which we want to obtain, time of flight, and which is t, maximum height, which is capital H. Suppose that maximum height attained by the particle is in the journey is capital H, and obviously there is a horizontal distance which is also covered by the particle, which is said to be the range, right? This is range. We are representing this with r. So we need three parameters to explain our 2D motion, specifically projectile motion, right? So how to do it? So we have to consider first of all two axes. Let's say I am considering these two axes, y axis and x axis. That means this velocity will be ux and this will be uy. Now we know that component method. So if this is u, this angle is theta, then ux will be u cos theta, and obviously uy will become u sin theta, right? Now you need to understand that whenever you project a particle upwards, let's say with velocity uy, particle will go and it is actually going against the gravity. So obviously particle will achieve instantaneously, there is a vy, which is final velocity, certainly zero at certain moment when it will be achieving maximum height, right? So in order to calculate the time of flight, particle has two velocities, which one has ux and one has uy. Now we do not want to see ux because the velocity which is responsible for going up, it is uy, right? So time will be dependent on vertical velocity, which is uy. So we can utilize equation of motion, vy is equal to uy plus at. This is in y direction, right? For vertical direction, now we know that vy will be instantaneously 0. Taking positive upward direction, then uy will be simply u sin theta, and of course a will be minus g because this is downward direction. So a is equal to minus g, and obviously t. So from here we can obtain the value of t is equal to u sin theta by g, right? That means this is the time in going up. Obviously in this if you see in the proper frame, then the particle will be at topmost point, which is t, right? So particle will reach into time t up to this height h. Obviously because of the horizontal velocity, it will also cover this particular distance in horizontal direction, and vertical direction is obviously it will have h displacement. So that means total time will be is equal to 2 times of t, because it will take same time in coming to again further point o. Suppose this initial point was a, so that would be 2 into u sin theta by g. So we obtained the formula for time of flight, which is 2u sin theta by g. Now in order to explain the vertical displacement h, right, what I can do, I can utilize vy square is equal to uy square plus 2ay into s, which is y. So here also I can write y because I used the a, which is nothing else, ay. So if you utilize this format, second equation of motion in again y direction, then what I can say that vy will be 0. At this point obviously vy is 0, there is no vertical velocity, only one velocity is available, which is u cos theta. which we don't need. So uy is nothing else u sine theta square, again taking positive upward direction, then this will be 2 into minus g into sy will be capital H, right? So from here we can calculate the value of maximum height, which is nothing else 2g into h is equal to u square sine square theta. So from here h will be u square sine square theta by 2g. So we have obtained the maximum height. Perfect. Now our task is to find out simply range. So range of the projectile is based on horizontal velocity this time, right? And if you see the horizontal direction, do you find any kind of acceleration? Not really. That means in horizontal direction there is no acceleration. So I can directly utilize Sx is equal to ux into how much time it has taken, obviously time of flight, because the same time it will take reaching this particle from this point to this point. That means this velocity into this time of flight, which will give us the value of range. So Sx is nothing else range, or ux is u cos theta, time of flight is 2u sine theta by g. Just you can see it is written below. And now what I can write in a nice manner, that would be 2u sine theta cos theta by g, and this u and u will become u square. So now this can be written as u square, this will be sine theta cos theta into 2 by g. So now we should know that this is nothing else sine 2 theta, 2 sine theta cos theta. That means this is u square sine 2 theta by g. Okay, so this is the value of the range we already obtained. So these three parameters if we achieve, we can explain the value of projectile motion. Okay, and simultaneously you can now eventually calculate the value of any particular instant. Let's say if this is time t, if you want to know the coordinates of the point t, then also you can utilize these points, you can find out these points. Okay, and one more thing, you need to understand that horizontal velocity will be same. So at any point of time, if you see u cos theta will be u cos theta itself. Okay, so u cos theta is u cos theta. So that's how we define projectile motion. Okay, thank you. Yeah.